Hey guys, I wanted to make a quick video how I was able to improve my Mantis benchmark score by like 3 points on average just by doing this one concept called natural point of aim. This is my house. I've dry fired targets everywhere. Anyway, so here's what it is. I'm just gonna grab the gun, not from the holster, just grabbing it one-handed, my right hand, and I'm going to aim it at my target. My target's the camera. I'm going to purposely not do a great grip here for demonstration purposes. I'm going to aim it at the camera and I'm going to look where the dot is. So I'm coming up. Okay, I don't see the dot. That's the whole purpose of this drill. I come up, I don't see the dot. What's probably happening with you guys is you're not seeing the dot, and then you're moving your whole hand over until that dot appears in the window. Sorry, my thumb's hanging off because it's fucking fucked up. So again, I'm gonna look at the target, bring it up. Okay, dot's not there. So then I move my gun over and now it appears on the target. That is not what you want to do. That is what's causing you guys to have low scores. What you want to do instead is grab it naturally, whatever you feel is naturally, right? As long as it's not something crazy, it has to be something I kind of taught you. So grab it the way it's supposed to be grabbed, whatever that feels like. Bring it up to the target. Okay, if the dot is not there, I'm gonna make this bad for a reason. If the dot's not there, instead of moving the gun over with my hand, I wanna actually, with this same grip, I'm moving the gun itself. So I'm gonna exaggerate. Let's say this is how I wanted to hold it. This is my natural wrist angle, So instead of breaking that natural wrist angle and fighting that and coming over, I'm gonna maintain that same wrist angle, but just move the gun slightly. And now the dot's on the target. Because what's happening is you have this comfortable natural wrist angle. And when you move it over, that's no longer your natural point of aim. That's why it's called natural point of aim. It's not the natural spot your wrist wants to be. That's why I'm gonna actually move the gun itself in my hand, not move the wrist. So when I do that and I come up and the dot's there, this is where the gun, that's what this needs to feel like. This is the correct angle of the gun in my hand now. Because what's happening is if you come up, the dot's not on the target, I'm way off on purpose, and you come over here, and then you start doing your Mantis drills, your hand wants to be over here. So it's gonna be fighting you every single shot, every shot. So every shot, you're getting slight movement because your hand naturally wants to go back to the straight wrist angle. It wants to be there. So because you forced it over, now you're having to hold it at this unnatural angle and it's giving you that bad score because you're getting that slight movement because your hand wants to go back to where it was. So instead, realign the gun in your hand. So instead of like this, realign the gun in my hand. I kept the same wrist angle. Let's see if I can do it over here. Realign the gun in my hand. I kept that same wrist angle. Now, once you have that with the one hand, just add your other hand to it. This is your grip now. Okay? This is now your grip. That's what it should feel like. Then test it again. Let go. Grab it again. I'm gonna grab it bad again. Really bad. I'm gonna come up. Uh-oh. It's way off. But my wrist angle feels good. but the dot's off the target. So I'm gonna rotate the gun until the dot is there. That's where the gun should be angled in my hand. Now I add the second hand. And that's where your gun needs to be. And eventually you'll want to do your draw. So that same angle, see how the angle of the gun is actually changing based on what I'm doing here? You'll have to figure out when you draw, okay, yeah, if I grab it right here, watch how bad this is gonna be. If I grab it right here and then I bring it up, look how off that is. Or if I grab it right here and I bring it up, look how off that is. So I need to figure out the correct angle. So I just bring it up and it's right on the target. You don't want to fight. You don't want to have to move it left and right and then start your drills because you're going to be fighting yourself. That's what's causing the bad scores. That tendency, and you probably don't even know it's happening, but that's what's happening because it wants to go back to the natural wrist angle that you had, natural point of aim. If it's up, down, I don't know if I mentioned it. If it's up or down in the window, all that should require is a slight change in your wrist angle. I'm exaggerating. Assuming you have a decent grip, that should just require just the slightest up-down movement. And that's really just gonna come with practice. This is more about left-right, but it's that left-right movement that's causing your scores to go down. Guaranteed, guaranteed. Then, now that you don't have to fight it, it should be way easier to just pull that trigger straight back. All right, god damn, 7 minutes. I don't know, watch this on 2 times speed.